Basketball's back, bitch it! It's been back for the last few days, and this upload is coming so late because there's already a couple NBA games are about to start, and now we're ready. I'm never doing that again. Whatever, how is it going? Well, overall, I want to get over all 30 teams in the NBA, the state of the Chinese. Well, I don't care pretty much about the Chinese affair because the political landscape there that we are now, everything can be offensive. Everybody wants to do whatever they can to ruin the function of a multi-year relationship. And the NBA banned headband, ban- those Nike bandana headbands that the NBA players were wearing that Jimmy Butler was popularized for rocking when he played for the 76ers at the second half of the season. And then we have the Oklahoma Thunder. We're going to start from the top. We're going to start from who could I have? I'm going to select it by wins. So if they're going to be good, 50 wins. 60 wins if they're going to be tremendous, in my humble opinion. You can type down what you think a certain player or a certain team is going to go off this season or who's going to be the down factor. Because currently, top seed in the NBA is the Atlanta Hawks. Because Trae Young is playing tremendous. Jabari Parker is playing his role well. They got rid of Dwayne Dedman, got that huge monkey at that back in that cancerous contract, a decent role of young superstars with DeAndre Hunter, and of course another early round pick that they had. And you still got the scoring superstar out of Trae Young that led the Hawks to 2 easy victories, and I think they beat the Mavs one time. And the Mavs are already in a rough start. 76ers, I feel like this could be a good year. Al Horford was a good signing. You need primitive big men to play in the role where you guys can hustle and you guys need bigger bodies because I think that lacked in your game against the 76ers. You don't have any primitive bodies other than Kumas and a bit of Joel Embiid. Dario Saric is gone, so that bloomed your 3-and-D defender out the window. So Supermax contract for a big man was one of my premier problems with the Sixers signing with Al Horford. But no one's saying that he's not a valuable subject. Other than getting rid of Markelle Fultz, you still stick with Tobias Harris signing a good deal to Ben Simmons that I think is going to go off like he did last season and show that his primitive roles on his great ball movement and his showmanship on the court. Like this dude can literally be a one-man fast break and a three-pointer away from an NBA championship for the 76ers. They already failed in the second round for this twice in a row. So obviously, third time's a charm. We have the Boston Celtics that started off 2-1, and I saw a few of their games, only opening night, sadly. But overwatching their games, they've been pretty nice. Oh, they're still good moving out the ball. Taco falls out for a bit, but still they have a decent 3 young core. I think Enes Kanter is not going to do anything and put up worse numbers than he did in the Knicks and Mavs. And no, he wasn't on the Mavs. That was DeAndre Jordan. But still, I feel like this is going to be a decent team. But giving Jaylen Brown the contract is a bit overwhelming, bit too overwhelming. So I have the Hawks going for 43 wins. 45 wins. I think they're going to go for a spurt down November or December. Then, 76ers, they got to have over 55 wins. Or this is going to be a disappointing season if they only hit like a sprint 50 wins. And Sixers, this is going to be maybe a bit of a downturn depending on who's going to be injured. That I think might be Jason Tatum, depending on an accident. Or Kemba Walker, that still has good shooting form and everybody seems to be playing at a decent pace. Brandon Stevens is still the head coach, so I'm putting up 48 wins. Well, like 45 wins or 42. Toronto Raptors, they are still a smart team. Nick Nurse is still the head coach. They have a good, reliable young core on their squad. I'm putting up they might get 45 wins. They are still playoff eligible. I like OG Anunoby Kyle Lowry is still one of the most reliable point guards you can have. Serge Ibaka is still good. They have Pat McCaw that I think is going to get barely any minutes, and Norman Powell, and Pascal Siakam, and Fred VanVleet. That's an underrated guard in my opinion. After what he did in opening night in the last couple games they played, Rondae Hollis Jefferson was a solid pickup from the Brooklyn Nets. And Dwayne Hernandez, a rookie, isn't that bad. And you still have Marcus Gasol. That's an experienced big man. They are currently dominating against the Orlando Magic. That I know they might not going to make the playoffs, depending if the oversigning Terrence Ross is going to do anything. Miami Heat. Now we beat the Bucks. That's a good thing. We beat the Bucks. I think we still lost two. Yeah, we still lost a game against the Timber fucking Wolves. I gotta rewatch that game. But still, it feels like we have a reliable core. I still think Dragic is a good point guard we can have on the system. Tyler Hero will find his place being just the Tyler Johnson. Not Tyler Johnson, but a good shot selector. He's not going to be a spot up shooter like Tyler Johnson was, like he is now for the Phoenix Suns. Bam Adebayo can have a spot finally in that big man role, but we don't know how he plays in the starting role consistently. Congrats on the baby for Jimmy Butler, but I don't think it's going to upgrade this offense that much. About at least 39 wins, depending if everybody stays healthy, or 42. I want to say they can make it to the 8th seed. You picked up one good rookie and we re-signed Kelly Olynyk. Why is Duncan Robinson still in the roster? Dion Waiters isn't going to push any weight. Oh, but we have a good, resilient regimen because of our play style. We won those championships because of LeBron and D Wade. Be for real. We literally need real superstars to pick up steam so we can make the playoffs, or at least make a championship run. I don't think they're going to have it in the playoff role today. That was my mom. Ignore my mom. I think they have a 39 win season around their belt. I don't have that much trust for my Miami Heat, as much as I'm a huge fan. And then we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh boy. I think getting back one guard, even though you already have 3 guards in your lineup, or like 3 guards already. Alfonso McKinney from the Warriors, and wasting Kevin Love's prime. That's lit. I mean, at least he has a championship. Tyler Johnson, I like Larry Nance, I like Sidney Osman, and I like me some Dylan Wilder, and I think Colin Sexton isn't that bad. And hey, they beat the Pacers that are starting 0-2 after losing Tyreek Evans to suspension for 2 seasons. A really surprising Darren Collison retirement. Oh fuck, I'm about to go over the Pacers soon, but still, they didn't make any splash signings. All they did was sign Kevin Porter. You drafted Kevin Porter Jr. and an unnecessary guard to just fill up on the young depth they need to develop, even though I feel like this is just going to be, we're just going to wait till LaMelo gets into the draft class. Wait, what the fuck? Who are these niggas? What is called the SEC? What is called actually finding good draft picks? I don't mind Dylan Wilder. I don't feel like the Cavaliers are just going to be like they were last year, just a sleeper team with average shooting percentage that's going to go up to the 30s. And Jordan Clarkson and Colin Sexton carrying the team, and Kevin Love finally up in the time. So we can have some competitive games now, because all I saw the Cavaliers beat was whenever they had the Knicks or the Magic, or sometimes the Mavs on their schedule, or any other rebuilding team that was shitty. The Cavaliers were pseudo competitive with bottom ranked teams in the NBA. So there's not really that. I give them at least 32 wins, or 35 wins, depending if their team actually develops. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team. I think the Sixers, Celtics, and the Raptors, and maybe the Miami Heat are still going to be a playoff team. But let's go over the previously 7th seeded Orlando Magic that are starting 0-2. And congratulations, you developed young talent. Guess what? You're still an irrelevant team in the NBA. We're going to make some good fucking signings. Yeah, free agency. LeBron. Yeah. Dwight Howard. Isaiah Thomas. And we picked up Al-Farouq Aminu. Starting 0-2. Oh no. And we're getting shitted on by the goddamn Toronto Raptors. I think Mo Bamba's going to be tremendous. Markelle Fultz finally worked up a shot, but let's see how he works in a system like the Orlando Magic that seems pretty basic. Evan Fournier, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Vucevic that got re-signed. Terrence Ross better keep it the same as they were last time, and make sure Jonathan Isaac and Emile Jefferson and Markelle Fultz show the best of their abilities. And Michael Porter Jr. can at least be like how Austin Rivers currently is on the Rockets. So just try to be at least a little playmaker of whenever we have a fast break or something. Just try not to do much that you can cause the Magic to be shit and make sure they don't make it to the playoffs. Because I have them being at least a 6 seed, depending if they play well. And Al-Farouq Aminu is a decent pickup, but you could have got somebody like Evan Turner to pick up the noise other than Al-Farouq Aminu, but Evan Turner was because of a trade. So we can't do anything about that. And then we have the Milwaukee Bucks that I have maybe going second or first seed. You know why? Why? The power of brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Giannis' elder brother has joined the Milwaukee Bucks, and guess what? Justin Holiday joined Aaron Holiday in the Indiana Pacers. And guess what? We beat the shit out of them in overtime, man. Because of Dragic and good ball movement. What do you mean they got Dragan Bender from the goddamn Phoenix Suns? Stop picking up overhaul from the Suns. At least Eric Bledsoe is a passable point guard. Passable after, shitty ball movement. But we ain't giving him none of that. And now we got, Sterling Brown. We still kept George Hill. Yeah, at least you got Kyle Korver. And I thought Brook Lopez is good because you kind of need defensive anchors. I think that would slow your roll against the Sixers. Try to play a bit to your strengths. And getting Isovola staying on your team. And Wesley Matthews isn't that bad of a pick. He played pretty averagely when he played for the Indiana Pacers second half of the season. Chris Middleton is still good. And Frank Mason, DJ Wilson. Oh, fuck me. We are so fucked. You are so getting raped if you guys make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That I know you guys are gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Kind of a sure win. Giannis is gonna go off. You have average big men to finally shoot up the ball. You have Eric Bledsoe, and you have a good developing talent in Chris Middleton. There is no excuse not to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. The only team that's in your path right now is pretty much the fucking Sixers. Other than that, there's no other reason. The Raptors are weak because they don't have a primitive all-star, but I know they're still going to make it up to the first round. The fucking Nets only have Kyrie and DeAndre Jordan. They have a passable role-playing team just upper chucked by the goddamn Lakers trade, for the fucking Warriors trade. Off-brand signings that they got later in the August or so. So I don't see the fucking Nets making it other than the second round. And then we got the Charlotte Hornets that I've been shitting on for the last several weeks. Because for the last several months, the majority of the calendar year, I have made fun of the Charlotte Hornets because they do what they obviously anticipated. Them going 1-2, they're shit. They have terrible offense. They run slow. They force feed the ball to youngings. They can't shoot. They shoot at least 30-something%. Nicholas Batum is gone. Bismack Biyombo can't grab rebounds. Miles Bridges and fucking Malik Monk, Caleb Martin, And Terry Rozier is going to be and PJ Washington. It's literally going to be just young talent, and Terry Rozier is going to go off because he actually knows how to dribble the ball. Marvin Williams isn't there for anything. Your head coach fucking sucks. Why you keep these veteran cooks and terrible contracts on a team of a small market, and it's owned by a dude that literally symbolizes this franchise? And you tell him, okay, I gotta chill. It's only the first few games of the season. They are so getting 20 wins or 10 or less because they are so fucking shit and so out of dance, and they have no identity on the court. Like watching them play is literally like watching an AAU team play the most playing a rebuilt franchise in the fucking G League, and they still somehow win. That's how it is watching this, and they get pimp slapped by the Lakers because it's the fucking Lakers. You are not Terry Rozier will never dream of even guarding Rajon Rondo, even if he's injured. The nigga's injured, and so is fucking Kuzma. And so I don't see any problem with they are so getting a number one pick this year. There's next year they are so getting a number one pick. There's no chance in hell they're beating even a playoff team. Pistons that I have at least being third, fourth, or fifth seed. I want to see the Pistons actually develop. Over the past couple games, they've showed promise in certain occasions. D Rose still drives through the paint, puts up shots when needed. Blake Griffin is there. I think this is going to be a real promising team. They're 1-2. They're having through rough starts, but they're pseudo competitive, and that's going to put them at least mid seed and face off against a non-threatening team. Like if you're an 8th or 7th seed, it's pretty much your sure win. Elimination, because they have Sekou I cannot pronounce your African ass name. Please make sure the people who make your ID card pimp slap you before they give it to you. I feel like Tim Frazier's an third string point guard. You got Andre Drummond that put up solid rebounding numbers and still was carrying this team when they faced off against the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. Blake Griffin showed up and only won one game, but I think he's still going to play good. Reggie Jackson is still good. They picked up Thon Maker, Markieff Morris, that's going to be good. And unlike his brother, he actually stays on the team and gets signed on. Luke Kennard, that's passable. Derrick Rose, that I think was a good signing, and I think an Eastern Conference team fits more of his play style. In the Pistons that need solider guards other than Kyrie Thomas sometimes moving out the ball when it's garbage time, and Reggie Jackson force feeding shots from the mid corner. I feel like this could be a good team though. I don't think it's going to be good to win a playoff game, but I feel like this is a comfortable team to have in the regular season if Derrick Rose's leg does not give in to him in right now. So, yeah, the Brooklyn Nets, the Chicago Bulls. I skipped for two teams. We have the Chicago Bulls that might do well. They picked up Thad Young and some backup guard from the fucking Washington Wizards, Stadaransky. They have an average point guard that can only handle the ball and drive up for simple one-finger layups. Chandler Hutchinson. They got Chris Dunn. That's so boring. It's going to be boring basketball again in Chicago. Zach LaVine is going to make this pseudo exciting. You still have Otto Porter that's going to be there for one more year. Larry Markkinen and shitty-ass basketball. Kobe White just might make some good plays. Just hopefully they win a fucking game. And at least win 3 games in a row. Win 3 games in a row. I give them at least 24 games they could win. If they can do that or above, I'll have more optimism come the draft. So, yeah, Brooklyn Nets, 46 wins or less. I don't have trust on this team. Maybe because they're losing their primitive scorer, even though Kyrie has been going off, dropping 50, dropping 40. Nicholas Claxton looking like a faggot. Spencer Dinwiddie might get less minutes holding up the ball because Kyrie's there. Henry Ellenson, Joe Harris, who's going to have some good spot out threes because Kyrie literally consumes a defense. Karis LeVert, you have Rudin and Kurex. You still have DeAndre Jordan. Even though he's old, he isn't like he was in the Clippers. He's still a primitive rebounder to have, and he's a great big man. And Taurean Prince. That's going to be, I think he's out. And you got two good guards in David Nwaba and Garrett Temple. So you might go wrong. You're still going to be a playoff team because you still picked up two NBA stars. So I feel like the Nets are going to do something, but you wait next year. You have to wait next year, sadly. Sorry, Nets fans. You were better with D'Lo. What the fuck? No, next up is the fucking Washington Wizards and obese super duper max contract John Wall and Bradley Beal in life support. Because if he gets another good All-Star season, pushes up this bum-ass Washington Wizards team anywhere, I will fucking castrate myself and put my dick in front of the arena so I can praise the basketball gods that you think you're going to go somewhere with fucking CJ Miles and Isaiah Thomas and Ryohei Hachimura. Oh, God, Bradley, I'm so sorry. You guys are so getting 15 wins or less, or 20. Oh boy, Bradley Beal's great, but no one said that the team was. So and the Indiana Pacers. This is Eastern Conference predictions, by the way. I'm only doing Eastern Conference until Western Conference comes up. Be patient. Be patient. Next up, Pacers. Oladipo's back, and you still have a good center in Miles Turner. You picked up Malcolm Brogdon because the Bucks are kind of retards. You have a good ball handler and an underrated guard in the Eastern Conference from Malcolm Brogdon. Aaron Holiday and Justin Holiday might tear up. Boga Bitsias. I don't know much about him, but he better be good. TJ Leaf is good. Jeremy Lamb, you picked up from the Hornets. He's going to be a good guard to have in your rotation. And you didn't do much signing up big man, even though I like Sabonis, but signing him that fucked up deal was good. Finally picking up a small forward after this much time and losing Wesley Matthews to free agency kind of fucks you up. But TJ Warren isn't that bad. So, yeah, just keep your team how it is. Old school basketball heaven. Even though you guys got pin slapped by the fucking Cavs and you guys are getting pin slapped by the fucking Pistons, I feel like you guys are going to at least get 40 something wins. Unless you guys go off. But hopefully you guys do. Please go off. I love the Pacers and I love Oladipo and Turner. And I don't want to see promising young talent like that go to waste. No one said you guys are going to win a playoff game because of the Oladipo injury, but let's go to the fucking New York Knicks. Guess what? I already knew they were going to go win this start of the season. I already knew that some of the players that underperform and play like fucking primitive high school because signing 3 fucking power forwards in one summer, going after the secondly hyped rookie in the draft, then not even going for your primitive all-stars that people have been hyping up for the last few seasons. And the only promising young guys I'm gonna see is Kevin fucking Knox and Julius Randle. Who asked for Ivan Rabb on the team? Marcus Morris with his betraying ass coming into the Spurs and changing his mind. Bobby Portis ain't shit. Alfred Payton ain't shit. And so isn't Frank Ntilikina. Dennis Smith Jr. looks like one of my high school friends or Trey Jones from fucking... I don't think they call him some kick genius anymore. Mitchell Robinson is not going to be a starter. That fucking sucks. And Taj Gibson shouldn't even be alive right now. There's no reason for this team to fucking exist. I hate the Eastern Conference so much after that summer. So this is going to be my predictions. Please, let the basketball gods help us all. First seed, Bucks. Second seed, Sixers. Third seed, it's kind of a dogfight with the Nets and the nobody else. Fourth seed, it has to be the Pistons. Fifth seed, Raptors. Sixth seed, Magic. Seventh seed, Pacers. Or eighth seed, Miami Heat. That's literally my pick for this NBA playoff prediction for the Eastern Conference. Western Conference will be coming out a later date or later this week. Hopefully you guys enjoy your day. Enjoy the DST show.